Hello internet. So just gonna check it's all working okay, and then we'll get cracking, I think. Ooh, appeared on Twitch. Hi, how are you? How is everybody? Hope you are all well. Oh, let's get rid of that. Ah, there we go. YouTube is working. So I'm just waiting for my co-host. Hi, Cheshire Cat Girl. I'm just waiting for my co-host. Oh, hello, Nathuron. Hello, New Gambit. Hello, Freezy. Hope you're well. Ooh, I hear the door. So, hi. You alright? I've pressed the go button.
Sorry, lots of programmery stuff.
No, sounds like you were having fun.
Yes.
Fun being subjective, or actual fun.
I don't know. It depends.
But yes, how are you, Richard?
I'm good, thank you.
You ready for this stream?
Am I in frame?
You're in frame. Come. So I think, shall I stick? Oh,
Yeah,
it's that on.
Just tons of.
There you go, matey.
There we go. Right.
So,
Yeah, we're looking at the online issues, and
yeah,
it's as fun as it sounds.
yeah. It's like, well, it sounds like you're actually getting somewhere with it, which is nice.
We may be getting somewhere with it. It's hard to tell because we're looking into something that looks like an issue, but it could very well be a red herring. And then you start cutting stuff apart and then finding evidence, and it looks like there is evidence that it is an issue. Doesn't mean it's the issue that we're after, but yeah.
Is this the unmatched choice issue?
It
was my half understood overhearing.
It may or may not be that, or it may be one of them, and there may be other ones.
Yeah.
This is the way it is.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, there's the door.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, okay. You need to do that. You've got like a little bit on your mouth. There you go. It looked like toothpaste. Ask me why. But
I'm gonna have some of these.
Alright. Oh, because of Halloween. I feel like we're being marked out of 10.
Gareth's in the background judging.
Yeah, sorry guys.
He's got a whip.
Here we go. Oh, Cheshire Cat Girl asks, is it dev game or community versus dev? So, as Richard was saying, I was about to call you Gareth. As Richard was saying, there's a slight problem with the online play for the beta at the moment, because we put the some checks have gotten in to try and narrow down that unmatched choice thing, and so it's
I mean, we could play through the branch. I mean, if you go onto, if you go to play through Steam, it'll be fine. But we can't play with our local stuff now because that's got more recent changes.
All right, so we'll just have a one player game.
But to be safe, we should probably just play one player anyway, because.
So afraid not this week, but
Farmer Violets. Thank you. Someone else actually likes Farmer Violets.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Oh yes, they are.
I think they're delicious. A lot of people don't like them.
I think they just taste like chalk.
Means I get them all to myself. That's what everyone says. Perfumey. I don't know why. I totally agree with you, but I like the taste.
So far.
Yeah.
I also like that chalky sensation.
I don't mind the chalky. I don't dislike the chalkiness.
Let's put on some Harbinger characters.
It's a bit like chewing one of those anti-acid tablets.
Renee's.
Yeah.
Renee's I liked. They're nice. So I'm sticking on everything.
Oh, go for it, yeah.
Everything and anything. Ooh, online bested. Oh, I'm just.
Are you playing with the build off the build machine?
Don't know, my lovely colleague.
You're playing with the build off the build machine?
Your man set it up.
Steam, okay. Is the eye too aggressive on this one?
What's this?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to do YouTube with it?
I've been told off for making the eye too aggressive, so I'm downscaling.
All right. Hang on. Let me just change the endings to make it a bit. It's kind of command.
You're not gonna go one of the cool ones.
There you go. Because
Just playing sudden death if you're worried about time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we both have to have stuff done after today.
Alright.
Can't play forever, can we?
Alright, go on. So 30 rounds? Or
how much would be good for sudden death, Gareth?
40. How many AI do you have
Four players.
4 players.
Do 35?
35.
The AI are more quick than human players.
Okay,
True.
so I have all the expansions on. and I've got, well, I'll take that one off, and I've got the cool endings, the new endings on as well. So let's go.
Right. We're looking at, by switchable, what do you mean? Do you mean like difficulty levels? Talisman Island.
Oh, so what does he ask?
He asked to make the ice switchable then.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there you go. Of course, what you mean. Like Gin 2 though. Oh, Talisman Island. Okay, it's taken me a while. So Talisman Island likes palm violence. He also likes gin.
She read the whole thing in reverse
Yeah.
as well, which helps to understand.
So make the
Yeah, we're talking about difficulty levels. It may or may not be a thing. No promises. Thumbs up.
Fingers crossed. Because that's on. Apparently, we've had 948 responses for the have your say. Is that? Do you know if having switchable?
It's not on that. No.
Is it not?
No.
Ooh.
It's two separate things.
Okay.
Pick YouTube winners so you can get rid of the
Oh,
thing.
so yeah. Thank you. I actually forgot. Oh yeah, so we have.
If only someone had made notes.
Yeah, if only.
What's step one on it?
So before I forget, last week we had a code word. So in the stream, do you know this? So in the stream, we mention a code word.
Oh yeah, I know.
And in YouTube, if they comment with that code word, they get a prize. So I've got two random people from YouTube. So I'll I bet I have to shift tab. Oh no, there you go. So I've got it. So those are the people who have commented on YouTube.
Cheese, onions.
YouTube. And the word was cheese, onions, so I understand. And I've closed it, like the infinitely smart person I am. So I shall open it back up again.
Very organised here
Oh,
at
yeah.
Nomad. We consider organisation as the...
My channel.
My channel. Are you supposed to be going somewhere?
We're also incredibly tech savvy and trained very well.
Yeah, always. Right, okay, cool, got it up. So it was cheese onions. Why do you know why was it cheese onions?
Ethan.
Hey!
You also need to pick a keyword for
this
video as well.
Got it. So, do you want to press the pick random button?
It's the only thing I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
I can die happy.
So, Antagram. Hey! You win a prize. Antagram. Is he in the Twitch? Lemmy! Hi, Lemmy! And Crazy Polish Guy 30.
You were like playing against him on Smash Up, Richard.
Oh.
Crazy Polish Guy 30.
Smash Up.
Is he good?
Smashed me. Like,
That's not hard though.
He beat me like 15-4.
It's only Gareth though.
Oh, so it's, who is that? So Antagram. You are a winner.
The AI still beats me occasionally on Smash Up.
I want to lose the AI if there's like 3 of them.
It's pretty, yeah.
So you are
The less
a winner.
there are, the easier it is.
And you take Antagram out of the pot.
No, just pick another one.
Okay, so I'll pick the other one. So we'll do another one. Dual track. Yay! Don't get too enthusiastic, Richard. Calm down.
I'm sorry.
Calm down. The enthusiasm is just a little bit too much. Killing me, man.
I'm not my usual cheery self.
Dual track.
Good.
Dual track.
Channeling your inner Jeff.
You're a winner. Dual track.
Well, it's the
Go, man, go.
programming slowly breaks your spirit.
Dual track.
Dual track is
winner.
one of our Twitch lots, so he may turn up at some point.
Okay.
In another year, you'll see me at the making my own coffee. Yeah.
Moved on from 2.
No.
Yeah, because you're a bit unusual at the moment, being a tea drinker.
If you close the other one as well now.
Get some tea and some coffee, mix it up.
Other one what?
Do you want to make the thing not visible on OBS?
Oh, whoops, Inception.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Figure it out eventually.
Now we could actually play the game.
Yay, is this what we came for? Really
Yeah.
into it. So, the stars have aligned.
This is my favourite Omen ending.
Yeah.
Well, Omen.
I've played a lot with the stars aligned endings. I've not really played with the others, so I was hoping for one of the other ones.
I like everyone having spells.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
quite
Stars
good.
Align is the only thing that comes up when you have random omens selected.
Ah.
So consistently have stars on.
Something to bear in mind.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So free
Is
asks,
it really? That sounds like a bug if that's true.
Here we go.
Write it down.
Armageddon Crown. If a character is in the Crown of Command and no other character is present, he must roll 1 dice for the Armageddon Crown at the start of each of his turns. So there you go.
Yes, I'm desendos. 3C.
3G.
3G.
He's one of our lovely Talisman programmers, as you can tell by his,
Definitely
happy-go-lucky attitude.
I'm so sad today. I'm normally a lot more cheery.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
It's been a hard day, and
It's been a hard week, really, isn't it?
yeah, well, I didn't get to sleep last night because of the cat.
Yeah.
The night before that, I can't remember the thing, and then the night before that, because I
Yes.
cut myself with a butter knife. I
That's
was in
alright.
A&E, and I've got stitches. And I went,
Chicks dig stitches.
apparently, you can get a butter knife into your bone. Don't try it, but it with enough force, you can get anything right down there.
What
Hello,
up,
Danny.
What up? Hi, Danny. How are you, Mandaaar?
Yeah, dead eyes of a developer. It's very true.
It's very true.
It's been a day it's been challenging.
Character building.
It's not that it's been very hard. It's like when you reaches a point in development where you're only left with the really, really easy bugs, which are just no fun, and the mind-bogglingly difficult bugs that require you to do more work than you're probably allowed to do because you're afraid of breaking things and probably should do.
Need a coffee machine on tab just off camera. He's a tea drinker.
Yeah, sorry.
The story ends. He's a tea drinker. Doesn't really drink. I've found my coffee in. I
drank coffee when I first joined the company. It's just, it ruins my sleeping schedule. Like,
you as long as you drink it before dinner.
I'm just as bad. If I have one in the day, I
Yeah.
won't be able to sleep properly, and then the next day I'll feel dreadful.
Fair enough. If as long as I have some coffee before, in the morning, it's not too bad.
Also, I'll feel really exhausted because obviously it's a,
It's an artificial high.
yeah, so it keeps you going for a little bit, but then later on you'll pay with twice the bite. Yeah.
It's not so bad. No, I've got.
How are you finding the Harbinger so far?
Me?
Yeah.
Not too bad. I like the thematic omens. They seem quite nice, and the tabs do look a lot better with the metal effect on. They've got a bit more character to them.
I'm glad I mentioned it.
Yeah, it was a good call. Yes. What else? So, yeah, are you enjoying working on Harbinger, Richard?
Oh, it was fun implementing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the funnest bit.
Now the polish, the
Well,
tidy up.
the tidying up or the looking at the impossible things that you have to clean out of the way. It's they're a little more depressing. But yeah, it's okay.
Leads to the city. But I like the omens. They're quite nice. And
It wasn't that hard to do either, comparatively to dragons.
yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot nicer.
Oh, what happened there? I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't very smart. City in flames. City in flames. The infantry has laid siege to the city, reducing the gate to a smouldering rubble. Place a file and token and a ruins card on the city space. Ah. So, yep.
I heard you had trivia for me.
Yes! I have trivia for Richard. I spent the whole of lunchtime,
Uh-oh.
and I was just like, I could look, do what I usually do, and I don't know, read the news, or I could look up trivia, Talisman trivia. And I wrote it down.
I'm so happy you wrote it down.
Have you had a trivia question that they haven't written it down? It just seems a bit silly.
It depends. I'm pretty bad for that, aren't I? Like I'll think of a question, then ask it immediately.
Yeah.
And then
No.
immediately take everyone off on a tangent.
I am very well trained. My partner is a stickler for you can't ask any questions while you're watching a program. So you'd be like that. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I'm really confused by that. That doesn't make sense. So I have to.
Depends on the show. Sometimes part of the fun of a show is beating it up while you're watching it.
Yes, I agree.
Especially bad shows.
However, I'm not allowed to talk whilst watching a program.
Probably do it too much.
Pardon?
Probably do it too much and during the good ones.
Did historically. Now I'm quite like a mouse. And I'm there like that. I have 6 questions. I need to remember I have 6 questions and wait for the breaks, and then ask all my questions. So yes, I have Talisman trivia questions that we can ask. So if you guys are up on the stream, have any interesting Talisman trivia questions to pose to the lovely Richard, that would be fun.
I'm not 10 out of 10 on the rules. I usually do recheck them before answering anything on the forums.
No, that's not the point. On the forums, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Talisman trivia.
Okay.
Yes, Danny, it is very exciting. It's trivia all the way. So I'll do this turn, and then what time is it? Because we've got giveaways to do as well. As I've been left with notes to follow through that I'm failing to follow through horribly. So 6 o'clock for the raffle. So we've got a hang on, I'll do my turn so it can whiz around. Ooh. So because the Harbinger is in the outer region.
Yeah, you have to encounter cards if you are in the same region. If you play with Harbinger and just the base board and no other expansions, it's really hard because you have to get into the middle region to not draw those cards, and they are really nasty.
I tell you what, I played an offline game with just the base and the Harbinger.
Yeah.
And I had it finished in about an hour and a half. I was really quite impressed.
I don't think that was Harbinger.
Yeah,
you probably just got lucky.
Yeah, I imagine I got lucky.
Harbinger slows the game down, especially if you're not on Bloodbath.
But that is Talisman for you though, isn't it? This is a bit luck of the draw question. So Neo Gambit has a question. How are you not bald and ripping out your hair?
I'm not quite there yet. Another year on Talisman and you will see me fully bald.
I think there's not that many expansions left, so I think yeah, it's a wig.
Fantastic.
Did you ever do that when you get like your hair and all like that?
I don't know. I've not tried.
It's a wig because it just makes your scalp.
Oh right. I've got pretty thin hair anyway, so I could probably pass for a wig if I've not fluffed it up. When I go out on the town, I usually make it look a bit thicker.
Get some spray out.
I've got a mousse, I think.
Genuinely?
It's not really a mousse.
Oh.
It's like a foamy type thing. It's like a gel, but
and it poofs your hair up.
No, it's because that would be a mousse. It's like a gel, but it's in a foam form, and it's good for getting
style.
Yeah.
Well, a servant of heaven has come to aid you. You may either heal 2 lives or place an omen of your choice in the discard pile on top of the omen stack. So I don't think we've changed any of the omens.
Also, the most leg in any expansion ever.
And not to mention, if you're getting technical, I don't think angels had gender.
They don't, no.
So
they were personified as men. But that was just because anything that didn't have a gender usually is personified as a man, I believe. Like the default gender in the English language would be male for things.
Are you talking...
we say man instead of, when we're talking about humanity, we say man does X. Language
sexist system.
Language is sexist.
So yes, what time is the time? Oh yes, I was talking about the raffle. Yeah. So yes, we have a raffle up on the chat. So if you type anything in, it will remember your name and you'll get put onto the list. And then I think we've got time for 1 or 2 raffles. So we'll do one in about half an hour, and we'll do one half an hour after that.
Hi, Dog Track.
So hello.
Yeah,
Track, yes.
Dogma is probably one of my all-time favourite films.
Oh, all right, cool. What's Dogma?
It's a comedy movie with religious commentary. I recommend it. Being brought up religious, I kind of enjoy it making fun of the things that always bothered me about religion.
You ever seen Book of Mormon? It's a theatre play.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So good.
Remember, I was told you I was speaking to a Mormon.
Yeah.
I was really hoping he'd send me it because I talked to him and I was like.
Yeah, didn't you email him or something?
No, he was supposed to email me.
Yeah.
Because I actually felt like I was close to converting him almost.
What, converting him to your way?
Well, just what my way is not knowing. I think I laid some seeds of doubt.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm perpetual. You know, the best way of doing it is if you're coming across from something you believe in. I believe that I don't know. So if I believe I don't know, I can put a very strong argument towards it and why I don't know. And I think I did for some parts.
I thought it was so a friend of mine's dad is a priest.
Yeah.
And they were, so she managed to convince me to go to a religious festival, and we went as we went to help out, and it was alright. It was really good fun. So there was loads of different music. There was like arts and crafts, and you kind of hung out and stuff. And it was quite fun to go to. Why am I talking about this? But anyway, so I was chatting. But obviously, whilst you're there, you have a lot of discussions about religion, and I being fairly non-religious, it was quite people would often come up to you and be like, "Oh, what church are you with?" And you're like, "Oh no, I'm not part of a church. I'm just here because my friend said it was a life, and so far I'm having quite a good time." And what was I saying?
Well, I like that.
And
churches are responsible usually for a lot of community stuff.
Yeah. But I remember what one of the things they said was to err is Christian, because it was a Christian festival.
But to err in what sense?
As in, to question things.
Right.
You don't, they were saying in the Christian faith, if you believe in that, to question yourself is perfectly reasonable and normal.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So this was Greenbelt. The festival's called Greenbelt, and it was quite good fun. It was great, good fun if you're. Funnily enough, so I was on the fence about religion all through my formative years. I went to this festival a couple of times, and then decided I was very not religious. No, religion wasn't my thing. And what did it was, so I was managing one of the talks or the music things, and there'd been a big natural disaster, and they were like music, enjoying the music, and they were like, "Oh yeah, let's put our hands together and pray for all those people who have died in the hurricane." And I was just like, what?
Oh, they mean as well as
stop. So you're gonna wish people, homes and stuff.
They mean as well as people that post on Facebook saying that I hope that nothing happens to you. And sometimes those places do actually raise money or send charity money and stuff like that to those places that need money from natural disasters.
But yeah, that's what kind of did it for me. I was just kind of like, you're sending best wishes.
There's also an argument for that, if you sort of not wishing, you're wishing people to be better, especially in worse off circumstances. It definitely cultivates a good moral in you.
It's not really productive though, is it? It's just me going.
I don't know. I maybe not to you. If it makes them happy, I don't see the problem with it, I suppose.
Fair dues. Each to their own. Can't really complain.
But, I understand where you're coming from.
So do I want to discard this place or stranger? So because I'm playing as the possessed...
You can discard a stranger or place that
which heals the life. Does it heal? Did it say heal? I didn't read it. Heal, not gain. Oh, okay. So there's no point doing it now because I've got full health. Right, okay. So what?
Out of all the lists you can be on, this is actually a good one. What are your favourite characters? In the new expansion or in general? In the new expansion, Ascendant Divine.
Why?
Spells.
Spells.
Spells are fun.
Spells and more spells.
But in general...
I'm trying to figure out the list. Out of all the lists... I don't get the list bit.
They might be talking about getting the stuff from the raffle. In general, it's trickier. Probably Sprite because lots and lots of spells.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
Also, I'm competitive, and she has the highest win rate in PvP games. But she's only 4th or 5th in AI.
It didn't. You stuck up a load of stats on the office chat thing, and the dervish came last.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
the dervish is the weakest character for the AI.
And then it's the the philosopher is another one that comes last. And I'm like, like the philosopher.
It was weird that Dragon Rider was so high.
I'm not surprised.
I am, because
the moment the Dragon Rider gets a dragon, they are really overpowered.
If you metagame the chances of you getting a dragon though, they're really not that high. And the risk is so high as well with you encountering the dragon deck just to get one. And until then, you have a really gimped character.
Scorn Jackal has a good question.
Mars Bar. It's not even close.
Seriously? Seriously?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Mars bars taste better.
I like Twix.
I like softer things.
Twix you have too. And what you can do is if you get a Twix and you bite both ends, you can use it as a straw.
Alright.
Genuinely, so
I still would rather have a Mars bar.
stick it in a cup of tea. It's a straw.
You know what tastes better though?
Go on.
Mars bar.
Do you know what tastes better than that? Snickers.
I don't know.
I like Snickers.
I think I'd have to be in the mood if I wasn't in a nutty mood.
I'm always in
Or
a
I wasn't Mr. Bean in Asia. Everyone's seen that.
That's quite a funny advert too. Well, here you go.
Yeah, well, I like winning because I'm an incredibly competitive person, and for me, the point of playing a game is to win. And much to everyone's annoyment in the office as well, by the way. So Sprite is at the top of my pick, then Warlock would be second, and Alchemist would probably be there. But I think Alchemist does fall over the period where it stops being fun, especially if you have City on.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
But that won't stop me, because winning is more important.
So, Mars bars are rubbish. No, they're not.
Bounty is probably above all of them for me as well. Coconut.
Bounties are pretty tasty, and you can sort of pretend they're one of your family.
Oh, they're definitely not. They do have fibre in them, but they definitely do not count as one of your fibre.
Because of their coconut.
Yeah, the coconut is very fibrous, although it is 60% sugar,
yes,
40% coconut.
I imagine it's been processed.
Yeah.
Very much.
But there is probably, there's a good amount of fibre in there. Not a good amount, and not enough to outweigh the other horribleness in it.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat Girl's got it right. Fair play is more important than winning.
No, it's not. Sorry.
I'm all for the as long as everyone has a bit of a laugh kind of gameplay.
Yeah, I mean there's a limit. Like I play Magic the Gathering a lot, and
Yes.
it's not fun when someone builds because I play this format called Commander, which is where you have one card which is sort of your boss card, and then you have 99 unique cards, so you don't have copies of any card in your deck.
Okay.
And you end up with 100 cards, which are just really fun to play. And no one likes it when someone builds a deck that locks anyone else from having fun in the game. So they just won't play with them anymore.
Yeah.
Which means that in the future you've actually had less fun because you've cut yourself off.
Yes.
You can no longer... Because it's short-sighted, if that makes sense. You need to manage how much fun you can have and also how much winning you can have, because if you don't have people to play with anymore, you can't win anymore. So.
My favourite board game is
Yeah.
a board game called Mansions of Madness.
I've not played that.
I have yet to win a Mansions of Madness game, and I just really love playing it. The game mechanics are just so much fun, and it just gets really mad and insane in the end. You're just kind of like, how can you win? This is ridiculous. So yes, that's my favourite. I've yet to. Well, I'll tell a lie. I have beaten it a couple of times, but it's really fun. So I like Mansions, and I in fact own a copy. So if we get another board game day for Christmas.
Oh yeah, definitely. We should play it at work.
I'll be bringing that in.
I'm
Board game
looking-
nights, woohoo!
There's a lot of board games I'd like to play. I'm always happy with more Smash Up.
Hmm?
I'm always happy with more Smash Up. It's a fun game.
So yeah, yeah, fair play.
Sounds like something someone who doesn't win would sit there. Get wrecked, Cheshire. I like losing as well. I don't like losing on purpose, because for me that defeats the purpose of a game. If you're losing on purpose, it actually sucks all the fun away from it. If somebody's...
It depends on the on the circumstance. So we've got it on round restricted, haven't we? So basically, because we're a fair few rounds in, and I'm just wondering, 26 rounds. Oh, it's nice that it tells you. I've gone off on a tangent, and I do apologise.
Yeah, Danny, we had a board game night last year, I think.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. So one of the nice parts about working at a board game company is sometimes you get to play board games.
Not as often as I'd like.
Not as often as I'd like. No. Well, I get to play them in my free time all the time, so I'm
Yeah.
alright. I'm sated. That's the term I would use. I'm sated.
I played FIFA in my free time. What did I play recently? I played one recently which I really liked, which was called Unspeakable Words. And being a terrible speller, Unspeakable Words is like a spelling game.
Oh no.
It was really good. I'm an awful speller.
And me too.
And that was the first spelling game I played where I didn't feel penalised.
You know, it always makes me depressed when there are 4-year-old children, I'm exaggerating, that are better at spelling than I am.
I have just let go of that hate.
How do you spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
I've let go.
Those punchable young faces. I am not advocating child abuse.
It doesn't bother me. There's no point in getting too stressed about these things.
You don't have to get stressed about it. I could definitely be upset.
True. Anyway.
Those damn smart children. Why should they be happy?
They are smart. I did some work at a what they call again, a child care centre once, and they are freakishly smart. I was just like, I remember being 3 and not like, you know, being able to do anything that these kids used to do. Anyway,
Hammer.
Scorn Jackal has another question. Would
Hammer.
you rather be a hammer or a nail?
Hammer. Hammer. Bang.
In what context?
In every context.
That's such a random question.
How is that a random question?
I'm gonna have to.
People ask this to each other every day.
How are you? Would you rather be a hammer or a nail?
Casual conversation.
Would you like fries with that? Would you rather be a hammer or a nail? Do you have sugar in your tea? Would you rather be a hammer or a nail?
Back when I was at Sainsbury's, people used to come up to me and I was like,
exactly.
For those who aren't aware of the joke, Amanda constantly goes on about all of the stories from when she used to work at Sainsbury's.
It was there for a while. What? Is that Freudian? That's a very good point. That's all I can think, which is why I'm not answering it.
What does it mean that so if I said that to a psychologist, so why do you think you're the hammer?
Yeah. Because you'd like to be on top?
I don't know.
Moving on.
Family-friendly stream.
Quick.
You want to ask me the trivia questions?
Yes, I think I'll ask you the trivia.
It's a good tangent.
Nice, well done. I will take my turn, and then I'll give it to you.
Pencil or sharpener?
No! Stop it!
That's a hard one.
Nope. We need to...
It's a very hard one.
Nope. Quick, end turn. End turn. Get on the trivia.
I think I'd rather be the pencil.
Let's make this a bit more PC.
I definitely think I'd rather be the pencil. You can get a lot more done with a pencil. Not a lot done with a sharpener.
So, Bummin, I'll tell you something. When drawing,
I've heard of it.
You can see my questions. When drawing, I hate drawing with a blunt pencil. So
I don't.
Oh no! You need like would kill you sharp pencil. Mechanical pencils.
I know you're supposed to. When I was like in year 3, I remember this. I had a teacher that always used to tell me off for like letting my pencils get super blunt, so she couldn't read what I wrote. Especially because I wrote it really quickly, especially in maths, because I didn't like going slow. And then I didn't like the sharpening process because I thought it was boring, and I didn't like. I found it easier to get my handwriting to look nicer if I had a blunt pencil.
Sharp pencils. I like sharp pencils. Mechanical pencils I use all the time.
Also, I tended to snap my pencils a lot because I'm heavy-handed with my writing.
Anyway, enough of you rude lot on the chat. So, are you ready for your trivia questions, Richard?
No, I'm not.
Okie doke. So, trivia question number 1, which is what I got off the internet. I believe it was off of Board Game Geek, just to give it its source. Can you name all of the decks the spy can never take a look at with his ability? Can you name all of the decks the spy can never take a secret look at?
Never. The 3 dragon decks. I think that might be all of them.
So apparently the answer is none. His ability says any deck.
Oh, oops. I was thinking about taking stuff off top of the decks.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some stuff doesn't count as fair enough.
So to be fair, so I found
trick question.
I found this.
That's how we're starting.
It's not
this.
the first. I have a few. There's one in there.
I'll remember this.
So it's gonna get even worse. So so I got this off of, I think it was Board Game Geek or something, because Nemo Mon commented on it. I spotted, and
yeah, he goes around.
Give it a go?
Sure.
And there was a huge discussion on whether this was actually true, because it was the title of the thread was Talisman Trivia, and I was like, oh, excellent, my job's done.
I didn't know that was there. I also forgot what that card did. It's going to bode well for the trivia later.
Yeah. RTFM, innit?
Yeah, well, you have no idea how... For those who don't know, That means read the
fudging manual.
Fudging manual.
The fudging manual is what it means.
It gets thrown around in the office a lot when people ask dumb questions, but
But I never ask a dumb question, no.
never once have we sent it to you.
Nice save. Alright, question 2. Some of the individual characters are from what, like a special set. Can you name the set that they're from? I've not really worded this one very well.
Alright, go on, try again.
So you know how we've got the individual characters.
Manifesto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you?
It's from a magazine.
Manifesto. Yes. So
Yeah.
Manifesto set is so named after the author, a German online retailer. Can you name the Mephisto characters?
I can have a go.
Go for it.
Ninja.
No.
Oh shit. Oh, I know Witch Doctor's one. I know Samurai's
Nope.
one.
Nope.
Samurai's definitely one.
No.
Wow.
That's the Samurai. I think it's from one of the earlier games, like the first or second version.
Oh, Pirates.
No.
Really?
I'm genuinely surprised. I thought you'd get this one.
Did someone swear?
Swear jar. Oops, forgot about
At
that.
least I got the manifesto.
No. I don't recognise either of us swore, so I think. It doesn't.
I'm worried. Do I have like a limit before we just go, no, you got them all wrong? Or do I just keep listing characters? Because I'm probably wrong by this point.
Oh, yes. You've named all the characters that aren't in the Mephisto characters.
That's probably what I would do.
So if you flipped it,
yeah,
and all the characters, yeah.
We got
So,
Illusionist,
the Illusionist is one.
Shapeshifter,
Yep.
Jester, Witch Doctor.
Not the Witch Doctor.
Sorry, not Witch Doctor, Goblin Shaman.
Correct.
Very similar to me.
Courtesan, Exorcist, Martyr, Genie, Devil's Minion, Gambler, Black Witch, Apprentice Mage, Shapeshifter, I've already said.
I did? Oh no! I said the S word. Shit. I mean,
Oh, come on. It doesn't mean. I was just thinking. They've left the two people who tend to swear inadvertently. They've left by themselves on a stream, so we could have our own way with the stream and cuss as much as we like.
They will watch it later.
Will they?
Well, Jethro does.
Well, Jeffrey's not in this week.
And he's too quiet to tell anyone. I'll make sure of it.
Yeah. Right. So, Talisman question. Can you remember who originally created Talisman? And you get a bird.
Oh, no. Well, I remember the company.
Not the person.
Yeah, no.
Can you do you know when the game was first released? Can you hazard a guess?
I can guess.
Can you guess when it was first released?
1982.
Close. 1983.
Oh,
So the game was designed by a chap called Robert Harris.
I did not know that.
There's actually a bunch of interviews up on our YouTube channel, in fact, of an interview with Robert Harris. He's been around. I've met him. He has quite a thick Scottish accent. He has quite a thick accent. I'm not sure if it's Scottish. But yeah, it was first released in 1982. There you go. Published by Games Workshop.
I think off the top of my head, I can only remember Sam Bailey and John New had some expansions done as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. John New created some designs.
So yeah, those are the two I can actually remember off the top of my head. Naughty me.
Thankfully, it's not part of the interview process, is it? Can you name all this? So I don't think we're gonna.
That would be a strange question to get in an interview.
Beat this.
You know what? If someone asks you a question like that in an interview, you just stare them in the eye and go no. That's what you do. Unless your job is about the designers of Talisman.
Well, they do, don't they? My days. This is terrible.
If someone sits me down in an interview and is like, so who was our CEO 8 years ago?
So Dirk Bush says Harris is on Twitter too. He's still designing games, Robert Harris.
I'm not really a Twitterer.
It's worth pointing out and giving a shout, isn't it?
I try to follow all the other social media stuff, but
I keep debating on starting.
I don't see the point of Twitter. Like, you limit yourself to 140 characters, and then it's the same as any other platform where you can type things on.
Well, there you go.
It has a feed. It has etc. You see what I'm saying? I
don't use
it's also
Twitter myself.
It's a pain to link Twitter messages to other websites.
Yeah.
So they've made that incredibly difficult as well. It seems like they were. I feel passionate about this.
I'm not. I don't use Twitter.
I know. And I'm also probably speaking to an older generation. So, yeah.
Oh, Dirtbish has a Talisman trivia question.
Go on, we can bring them. But in the meantime, you can do another one if you'd like.
So I'm trying to see how far we're getting absolutely hammered. Because I've lost.
Yeah,
so
I lost your life on purpose by accident. Do you like the new little tokens on the Ascendant Divine?
Yes, they are lovely.
I wonder who did those.
Yes.
I think her name was Amanda.
They look fabulous, darling.
Amanda. That would be an amazing drag name.
You're the first person to have said that. How did I go my whole life without somebody saying that?
You know.
I'm being sarcastic.
I know, but it's such a good drag name. I mean, I like to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and if someone came on that it was called Amanda, I'd laugh. You get a chuckle.
I went to Ladyboys Bangkok when it was in Manchester a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And so John, my partner, was sat down. I went to get some grub, and as I was walking back, somebody stopped me and went, "Oh, hi, can I?" and started, and I was just like, "I don't work here," and they were like,
"Oh, give him a swap." Other than the Crown of Command, name at least 2 alternative endings in the 2nd edition.
Other than the Crown of Command.
2nd edition, that's the issue here.
Yes.
First of all, I'm going to assume it's a trick question and say there weren't any alternate endings. And then assuming there are, I'm going to guess Hand of Doom, Battle Royale. I'll go with those 2. Yeah.
I'd have thought maybe Race of the Crown as well.
Maybe, but that was more of a house rule that we've turned into an ending.
Yeah.
Because we do that.
That is a good question.
Same with challenge.
I am curious what the answer is myself.
It's the same with challenge of the challenge the drag. You know the challenge the something.
Yes, I know which ones you mean.
Yes.
In the Dragon expansion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We there were 2 house rules that we turned into.
What is the answer, Dirkbish? Tell us the answer. We need to know. Suspense. Danny is correct. The suspense is killing me.
If it's a trick question, I called it.
Waiting tirelessly for Dirkbish.
I've actually not played 2nd edition.
Oh, here we go. The 3 that I personally remember are the Demon Lord, the Demon. I assume he means King.
Yes, Horrible Black Void is the best ending.
It's quite funny.
Because nobody finds it more enjoyable when everyone's feeling tired after a 6-hour game and they're all about to finish the game because that one player is about to go to the Crown of Command.
Because they're totally overpowered.
And just win it, and then that player dies and everyone has to restart and they have to play for another 3 hours. It's everybody's favourite ending.
I like the Black Void ending. It's quite funny. It's quite entertaining. It's a very Talisman-esque ending.
I don't dislike it. It's not fun for anyone involved most of the time.
Ooh, it's changed. The omens have changed. Is this the change that you were on about?
Yeah, it's moved forward. So you got little 1 in the corner now because remember we had to throw that on because Carl was like, I can't read I wasn't sure where I was, and I agreed.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell where we were either. There wasn't actually anything saying 7th, 3rd, or 4th. Or...
I'll have to try and make it look nice.
Yeah. So now you get spells for days.
Days and days and days. So tomorrow I'll have spells,
Yeah.
and I'll be casting like random, and then like immobile, and then what will we sleep and dawn.
I mean that's your right to have that indulgence
and life sap from Richard. And what other spells
life
are there?
Tap.
Yes.
Sap.
Thank you.
Is it tap?
Oh,
it's tap.
Which leads me nicely onto a Talisman trivia question that I have.
Oh no.
Here we go. In the Highlands expansion, can you tell me what spell is only in the digital version due to some translation issues?
Repeat the question.
In the Highlands expansion, can you tell me what spell is only in the digital version due to translation issues?
Lightning bolt. No.
Close.
Lightning strike.
All right. Yep. That's right. That's right.
So
hang on. Hey! Well done!
That was very loud.
I should have marked that. So you've not got that one. You didn't get that one. I'm surprised you didn't get that one, obviously. But you did get this one.
I did get the manifesto thing, didn't I?
Oh yes, you did. That was kind of easy though, that one. Right, marks out of 10. So yes, Lightning Strike. This card was created as Lightning Bolt had been translated wrong and folk had been playing it slightly differently. So instead of kind of going, oh, this is how we've translated it in English and you're all wrong, they made an extra spell. So there you go.
GG. April Fools, you should announce the Horrible Void expansion. Oh, we totally should. I had this idea for an April Fool's joke where we say that the AI had taken over the office and sort of make up a bunch of posts about AI.
Oh.
In sort of like an AI format, like
yeah.
like you know, I am not robot type thing.
You could talk
away.
about that. I don't think she'd always be up for something like that.
It's funnier in my head than it would be in real life. And then I had this idea about coming up when we were going to announce the Dragons expansion. I think it was decently close to April Fools, and I was like, what if we like pretended that Varthrax was busy and we couldn't get hold of him, so we've hired the Black Dragon instead.
I like that.
The Black Dragon makes this other thing happen.
Yeah.
He's very new to the scene.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Varthrax is too busy making Dragonheart 3.
Very nice. Yeah. Did they make Dragonheart 2?
No, I don't know.
The first Dragonheart film was fun.
But I actually wrote some of that down and just never ended up sharing it around.
I think for the better, maybe.
Maybe. As I said, some of these things are funnier in my head.
No, I often have thoughts like that. And you're better writing it down, and then by the end of writing it down, you go, actually, it's not that funny.
There's also a point like where we start working on an expansion. It's pretty much me and Jethro that are the only ones that really know anything about the game mechanics. So we would people would have in the office would have gotten who Varthrax was until we finished it, and at that point we were still making it. So it wouldn't have hit. So I was like, oh well, the joke might be funny to me or Jethro, but it wouldn't hit everyone. Yeah,
that's all that matters. That was.
I'm taking credit for
the joke. So my joke that I played on news, but you all told me it was wrong. So in the Harbinger, there's the Crossroads Devil. Devil. It is Devil. Yeah, you're right. And I thought it'd be hilarious to swap that image with Crowley from Supernatural. And then I was told off going, oh, but he's the King of Hell. And I was like, yeah, but he started out as a Crossroads demon. Oh, also, yeah, but this. Oh, but that. I was like, fine, just for me.
We would get into so much trouble for that.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to leave it in. Goodness. Right. It was mostly just to kind of, you lot go, very funny Mandaaar.
Also, spoilers, he's the King of Hell.
Change it back, would you?
For those who don't know, Crowley is a character on the drama Supernatural.
Which is quite entertaining.
To some.
As a television series goes.
The entire first season is very hard to get through.
It's good though.
That's what they kept saying.
Howdy, Shun! Danny agrees with me. Supernatural's ace.
That's because it's got very good looking men in it.
How with that? Oh, bother.
I just think you're biased. You're on Bloodbath?
Yes. So...
Just watch the iPlay. It's fine. You can do mine. No, don't quit. You can cheating. Are you cheating on me?
That's totes legit move.
Is she going to cheat?
Oh, God, I might cheat.
Oh, my God. I'm not looking. I'm looking away.
You never saw anything.
This is Talisman
sacrilege.
You
never saw anything. Talisman sacrilege. Cool. What's this card? Well, you already cost me a life. Oh, I'll stay here. This is a great idea. Oh, wait a minute.
I really dislike some elements in Supernatural, and one of those parts is that they've retconned the story several times.
Yeah, I didn't get the whole...
And they keep having to kill one of the brothers and have him come back next season. It's so formulaic, it really gets grindy. By the 7th season, I was really bored of it. And I still kept going until the 10th for some reason.
I didn't quite get the Leviathan. There was a whole season.
That's the 7th season.
Leviathans, and then the season after that, the Leviathans disappear.
See, I really liked a lot of the Angel stuff, but then they started retconning stuff left and right. Like Reapers were now angels instead of just another thing, and Death was a primordial, and there was other retconning involved that I can't remember off the top of my head, but wasn't a fan.
So I think we need to drop a card for this. What's this? So, flames from heaven shall consume the treasures of the greedy. Each character must discard one of his objects.
Oh yeah, and that was another thing. When we were about to announce Harbinger, I thought we could have maybe given hints on the forums by talking about some of the thematic points coming across from the signs. So the first sign was like, the air fills with fire and salt and brimstone or whatever. So I was thinking we could post something like that on the forums. Just like work it into a sentence until people caught on that we were doing Harbinger next. But then again, everyone really wanted woodlands, so no matter what we did, we would have been wrong.
That's very true. Right. You ready for your next Talisman trivia question?
I am.
Right. Other than Nomad's digital version, can you name any other digital versions of Talisman?
Yes, but I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's one.
I've got this off the wiki, and if it's what I think you mean, you're talking about the Capcom.
Oh, are we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, it's on the wiki.
I was told not to.
It was on the wiki.
Alright. I remain silent, but I do know it.
Alright, so can you think of, other than Nomad's digital version, can you name any other digital versions of Talisman?
Other than that one that I just mentioned?
Yeah. There is another one.
There is another one? Prologue?
No, not Prologue.
That totally counts, though.
I suppose it does. But that is not the answer.
No, that would be all of them.
There is another one.
Is that one on the wiki? Wait.
What? According to the wiki. So
oh, okay, someone else has said it. Yeah,
it's the Spectrum. According to the wiki.
I am aware of a Capcom one. I just didn't know if I was allowed to talk about it.
It's on the wiki.
I know portions of the information around it we're not supposed to talk about because it is under NDA.
On the wiki,
yeah,
it says in 2007 Capcom announced that they were doing a version of Talisman for like the Xbox Arcade, is what it says on the wiki.
Yeah.
But in 2018 it got cancelled because the rights reverted back to Games Workshop, and then they didn't renew it with Capcom. So that's one digital version of Talisman.
I'm going to be very careful with what I talk about with it.
And the other digital version of Talisman was on the ZX Spectrum, according to the wiki, released in 1985.
Yeah, I remember.
And apparently there was one on the Amiga, according to Dirk Bish.
It could have been the same one. But
I'm not familiar with sort of a slightly older console. So.
Yeah, but they announced it, but there's information that I've got to be careful because I don't know, because
don't worry.
We've got the full story and you might not. So if we tell you part of a missing story, I might get into trouble. So I'm not going to risk it. But that's the one I meant.
The wiki knows about as much as we do about it.
I'm just going to play it safe.
Alright. Apparently, according to Scornjackal, there was one on the Game Boy.
Oh.
So I'm intrigued.
Obviously not as good as our one. Wink.
Right, okay. So
do I get a point?
We've only got one life. Half. I will call that half a point. So I'll let you pick which way we go. Call that half. Remember, we've only got one life.
Exactly.
In for a penny.
You've cheated, so you must be punished.
No.
Good
what?
Luck. Good luck. You were dead anyway.
What?
Because you would have drawn.
I was not dead.
Oh, I suppose you can use that.
You were dead. Let's have a look. Come on, lucky charm.
Didn't have lucky
roll
charm.
the one. Roll the one. Roll the one.
That wasn't the one. You still would have been dead.
Unless I quit and resume, and then maybe.
5 minus 1 plus 5 would have been 9. Oh, it would have been a standoff. If you did quit and resume. Because you would have encountered one card and then encountered the dragon. Just let the AI play against it until you get a winner.
So
it's
the
fine.
AI plays against the AI. Oh, so Dirk Bish says, "Oh, I'm intrigued by this version on the Game Boy. Let's have a look."
If it's anything like Yu-Gi-Oh was, because I used to be really into Yu-Gi-Oh. Like the older Yu-Gi-Oh games did not follow the rules at all, and every game had their own interpretation of it. Like the PS1, the Game Boy, they all had their own way of doing it. Because there weren't really proper rules back then.
By My Wife Rocks Products.
That sounds like a very big company.
There you go. I'll say that in the.
My Wife Rocks
Twitch
Productions.
Channel. Oh, hello! Hello, YouTube! I've completely ignored you. I do apologise.
This happens every time.
Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Antigram. I hope you are well. Hello, paste. And then I shall say hello.
Does he open his packets of crisps the right way up
hello,
or upside
Goran.
down? I don't mind. I don't actually like crisps, so whichever way they happen to be up when I pick them up.
Did you know? Apparently it's unlucky to open crisps upside down.
Oh no. There, I don't believe in luck. Although I do still do rituals. Like saluting at magpies and knocking on wood. I don't believe in luck at all, but I still do it. Because, I don't know.
Because the hedgy bets.
Maybe. But then again, I don't like that line of logic, because if you don't understand about... Right, so, if knocking on wood gave you bad luck,
okay,
you wouldn't know. If it gave you good luck, you wouldn't know either.
Yeah.
So we have to assume that both of them have an equal chance of happening.
Okay.
So you knocking on wood could actually make it so that you actually have worse luck. So it's not hedging your bets. It's literally doing something completely redundant, because logically you can't prove it one way or the other. Yeah. You're not hedging your bets.
There you go. Anyway, I'm going to move on swiftly.
See you, Danny. Enjoy Rise
Danny.
Against. So jealous. So
yeah.
jealous. So jealous. I really like Rise Against.
I keep calling it. Did you say Rise Against?
Rise Against. Maybe we can see Rise Against.
Because there's that's it. Rage Against. I keep getting it mixed up with Rage
Against. Different band.
Rage Against the Machines. I keep getting it mixed up, and I get really confused. But yes, so whilst we have a bit of a break, we have the raffle giveaway. Hey, raffle giveaway! Calm down, Richard. So enthusiastic. Hey, raffle!
Am I winning anything?
No, sorry.
Oh, I'll stay my somber self then.
Sorry, my dear. You do not. So yes.
I already get the game for free anyway.
Anybody in the chat, if you've not commented or anything, just pop us a little message, and you'll get put into and you'll get popped into the raffle. And in a couple minutes, I will do a raffle spin. So. And Lemmy says, Rise Against the Machine, not the machine.
Name at least one other Games Workshop game whose character appeared in the second edition of Timescape. I happen to know every Timescape character. Oh, actually, oh, damn it, I remember most of them. You're thinking of Space Marine, though. But there's also an archaeologist, I think there's a scientist, and there's definitely one I've forgotten.
That's a good one. That's a good question. Name at least one other, yeah.
That's why it's Space Marine. It's definitely Space Marine.
Name
or Chainsaw Warrior. I think it's
game.
called a Chainsaw Warrior in Talisman Timescape, but it is a Space Marine.
I'm intrigued. So what's the game though? Workshop game whose character appears. So a Space Marine isn't a game.
No, that's what he meant. That's what he meant.
All right, no problem.
Or it's Gears of War.
There you go. Yeah. Chainsaw Warrior and Warhammer 40k.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I should have asked Dirtbish for help on my questions. That's really good. Okay, let's have a look on another one. Here we go. So, you ready?
Yes.
Cool. From the base game, can you tell me which card's card art was modified due to censorship?
Repeat the question.
From the base game, can you tell me which card's card art was modified due to censorship?
Is there context for the censorship?
I guess I mean...
Was it digital only, or was it before that?
I'm not fully understand. I don't actually quite know. Well, I'll tell you the answer then. So the doppelganger, you know how it's those two characters holding knives at each other's throats.
Yes.
So the original art, there's no blood coming from the knife.
Okay.
And is that got taken out?
Why?
I don't know. Michael knows why, but Michael isn't in today, so I can ask him.
It's weird that it's like this probably sells in China and stuff, right? But it's got skulls, and they're supposed to be really anti-skull.
And I suppose it has a big splat of blood there, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, they're supposed to be like, well, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't know.
I shall ask Michael. Well, I'll make that one a null question then. So not applicable. Okay. So.
That's what I was thinking, Dirk Bish. If it was like something that from us, I was like, I don't remember that. But if it was something that actually happened to the base edition of the board game, that would have been interesting. I didn't know. I definitely would have known that, but it's interesting.
I don't know quite specifically, but I do know the art was changed on it.
It's weird.
So yes, and on that enlightening note, I shall do the raffle. So I've got. Shall I put it up? I'm not too sure. Does he usually put it up? Do you watch the streams?
Sometimes.
So does he usually put it up so people can see it, or?
I don't think it matters. Just roll.
Okay.
It posts it in the chat anyway.
So I shall roll, and dual track.
He already won today.
So has he?
Yeah, he won the YouTube, I believe.
So is it? Well, I'm not too sure what the.
I am not sure the protocol,
I'm not sure of the protocol.
but I'm pretty sure he won. If you go to YouTube, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he won
yeah,
the cheese and
yes.
onions thing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Do we? But I think that we do just give him out multiple prizes.
So, yes. Anyway, well done, dual track.
Dirk Bish has sent a private message.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, you all. Hi, Geeky Chappy.
Gareth will handle it later, I think.
Yeah. So.
If everyone that's won a prize, you're not going to get them immediately. I'm pretty sure they have to go through Gareth first. And he's
yeah,
not here
sorry.
right now. We're covering.
So it looks like the pirate is doing very well. Oops. So.
But you will get them. Don't worry.
I'll make a note.
There's
of that.
literally an online record, so you can hold us accountable.
Yes. Well done.
Well done, dual track. You'll probably have 2 prizes now.
Fish and dual track.
But yeah, he's on YouTube, I think. Did Dark Bish win an earlier one, or?
I don't know exactly how it works. But
Right, Gareth will figure it out.
yeah, figure it out. And I'll do another one for.
Gareth Ada McKee. No worries. Yeah, he does this sometimes. He forgets to send them out, but he's got access to them, so don't you worry about it.
So how'd you do that? I'm not sure.
We do it later.
Well, I meant how'd you reset this?
What do you mean?
Or is it? So if I wanted to do this again, how do I reset it?
Like that.
Again? Oh.
There you go. You did it.
Fritchie won! Two in one go. Alright, cool.
That's literally all we're allowed to give away today.
Yeah. So well done, you guys.
You can blame me for that.
Yeah. Well,
We did not know it was an immediate thing.
well done, dual track. Well done, Fritchie. I've made a note, and the lovely Gareth will get in contact with
Send
you
us,
guys.
like Dark Bish has done. If you don't get it, just send us a PM and it will come round to Gareth.
Well done, guys.
And I'll give him a poke tomorrow.
Is this nothing regarding?
So,
okay, yeah, I remember this. In my case, I was okay. All right, cheers. Thanks, Derbish.
Right. So fair
Yes,
enough.
I remember Gareth mentioning this.
Okay, fair enough.
I could probably sort that out actually.
Not now because
Yeah.
we're on stream, so you just do it later.
Cool.
You don't need to send a message.
Yeah.
You can literally talk to him.
Yeah.
Amanda's here, like worrying about typing to him.
Yes, I can sort you out with a Horus Heresy key, Derbish, and when we've finished here, which won't be too long. So just enough time to ask one more question before you need to nip off and get your books.
I've got 15 more minutes, so if there's any more in the chat as well, I
Yep.
could probably answer a couple more trivia questions.
So remember, ask our lovely Richard.
You can ask me stuff about literally the game as well.
You can ask him random questions as well, like whether he's a hammer or a nail.
Hammer.
So, which reminds me as well, actually. So, we need to think of a phrase to use in the YouTube channel that they need to comment. So I'm going for hammer and nail, ? So if you want, is that okay with you?
Yes.
If you if you're listening to this afterwards or watching this afterwards, and you would like to be put into the draw next week for a key or whatever, then type in the comment hammer and nail ? There you go. So that is the phrase, guys. So yes.
It will net you, I think, 1 key of some of our products. We'll get Gareth to contact you tomorrow.
That's to Fritchie who asks. So what
Yeah.
does that net me? The usual. So yeah, that's about yeah.
It's from what I understand, we don't always give away all of our products. It's only the keys that we have available, which is sometimes all of them. So I'm just hedging my bets there that you might not have full access to everything.
Cool.
But you probably will.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. One of the eye ones.
So who won? The pirate, because the pirate was doing really well.
Everyone else died, pretty sure.
Yeah, so there you go. The AI is just the right amount of bloodthirstiness.
It's pretty good to end on a couple of questions then, and then we can both head off.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So I've got one last Talisman trivia question. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, what is your favourite Talisman tune?
That's not a trivia question, that's an opinion. She tried though.
So I wrote it down, you know. I was running out of ideas by now.
I mean, there's only one theme throughout the whole game, isn't there?
There's 5, I believe. There's like one. There's one on the menu. There's like a sand dust one.
I can do one of them. It's. That's
the main menu one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, right,
that's my favourite one.
Excellent. Well, that's wrong. The correct answer is All or Nothing by Swedish hard rock band Talisman.
That is not the correct answer. It's not. You asked an opinion.
So this amused me. I was just like that. Oh, I have to put in like a red herring question or something. Yeah. What can I do? What can I do? Swedish hard rock band Talisman, get in. So yeah, and I spent most of the afternoon listening to Swedish hard rock band Talisman's
That makes
music,
so much more sense.
And All or Nothing was one of the better tracks.
Yeah, if you don't get one of the keys, or Gareth doesn't contact you, just send me an invite on Steam, desendos, and I will annoy Gareth to give you the things. Or just directly annoy him. It's very easy to annoy. Break his spirit.
Surprisingly easy. It is rather entertaining.
Have you seen him stream with his son though? And just the look of death in his eyes.
It's alright.
Well, no, it's when Ethan gets really, really hyper and the Gareth's trying to explain something. It's pretty adorable.
Oh, bless. Oh, very nice. Well, yes. So, if anybody else has any more questions, we'll probably wrap it up there for this week. So, remember the phrase to be entered into next week's draw is hammer and nail ?
Yes.
Dual Track and Frichi have won this stream's raffle. So we'll give Gareth a poke, you can give Gareth a poke, and we'll get that sorted. And if you've got any more trivia questions, just type them up whilst I have some kind of order of business things to talk about. So there's a 50% saving on the dungeon expansion over on Gamersgate. If you want to nip over there, I think.
You get Steam keys from them, don't you? It's one of
Gamersgate.
Yeah, it's one of those sites where you can buy the game and you get Steam keys, I think.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that.
Let me see. Let me just sign in.
Like Green Man Gaming and
Mandaaar.
The others. My stitches are really itchy.
That's a good sign.
Is it?
Well, when cuts get itchy, it's when they're starting to heal. But you shouldn't.
Science.
You shouldn't really heal them, or it's an old mother's tale or something. PEN. Yeah. No. Hang on. Can't remember password.
So the most entertaining part of the stream is Amanda typing her password into her email address.
And especially when I sound it out, so I remember how to spell it.
Now she has to enter a code because it's on a new website.
And it's 2-factor authentication.
Follow us closely, folks, as we see the next stage.
Yeah.
She has typed 2 numbers. 3, 4, 5, 6. We are in.
And I've ticked the Remember This Cube computer for the next 30 days. So we should be
Which
good.
means she is hackable. Oh, you're grabbing the link to the thing.
Yeah, so I'm going to post...
You literally could have Googled it.
Probably. But I wasn't too sure if it was like a, if you go by this link, So, yes.
Oh, right, yeah, sometimes, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
There we go.
It's not, because I can see that link, but yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. So, if you, on the Twitch thing, I've copied and pasted a link for Talisman the Dungeon expansion over on Gamersgate, where it is... 50% off, I believe. Or hang on. So the story end says 62% off Talisman base game on Gamersgate.
There's more sales than we were told.
That sounds like a bargain.
Believe it or not, we don't actually have to buy Talisman, so we're not very aware of the sales. It's crazy.
That's it.
Well, we get it for free.
Yes, but that sounds very, very disingenuous. You're like, well, we already have it, darling. We don't.
Here with my pipe and
you
top
paupers,
hat.
you have to go and buy it.
You common folk.
Yes.
You're right, that did come across as
It
arsey.
is
I
come across
apologise.
A little bit arsey, I'm afraid, Richard. But yes, so yes, it's over on sale. It's a Halloween sale that we've sorted out with Gamersgate. So yes, go and check it out.
Is a Halloween sale? It's a bit late, isn't it? When does Halloween finish?
Well, if Supermarket has anything to say about it, 31st of October, 12:59 is when it finishes. And do you know when the Christmas decorations go up?
Now.
1st of October, 00001. Basically.
When does it stop being Halloween and start being bonfire night?
Rip bonfire night. I miss bonfire night.
It's still a thing, Amanda.
I know, but we used
to
many
burn Guy
places.
Fawkes, but
so many places are doing more Halloween stuff, and then it goes straight into Christmas. Bonfire night gets forgotten. My example being, the Chaff Centre used to do like a really awesome firework display. They're not doing it this year. They're focusing more on
fireworks are a lot of money, and it would have been taxpayers' money, wouldn't it? Oh wait, no, Trafford Centre they're a private company, yeah.
But yes, anyway.
Probably wasn't bringing people.
Enough about what I was moaning about bonfire night. But yes, bonfire night.
I was thinking because a lot of councils do buy. I'm going to go off on one. Stop the stream now.
But yes, don't forget the secret word is hammer and nail ? We'll be back next Thursday. I think we're streaming Harbinger again. Hopefully online with the beta players and the community. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. Thanks very much. Thanks for being on the stream. See you guys later. Where is the stop button? I didn't bring it up.
Goodbye.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.